This video shows you some of the intelligent tools within PropCo Enterprise which enable you to monitor and progress routine tasks in a simple yet sophisticated way. Important events throughout the life cycle of the tenancy, such as tenancy ends, renewals, notices of arrears, etc., are flagged to the relevant members of staff automatically for necessary action. This ensures correct documents and instructions are issued at the right time to the right people. For example, 60 days before tenancy expires, a workflow is triggered automatically prompting the user to check with the landlord and tenants if they wish to renew the tenancy. Users get proactive reminders through their task list, which can be filtered by reminder type and dates, so you're always on top of your tasks. In this example, the system is informing the user they need to check with the landlord regarding remarketing of the property. Once the user's actioned this task, they are then prompted to specify what the landlord's response is. And if the landlord agrees for renewal, the user is then prompted to contact the tenant. Useful information is collated and displayed in the information panel to assist the user in performing the task. Depending on whether the tenant wants to renew or they want to give notice, the user is then steered to the relevant screen. In this example, the tenant decided to give notice, so the user is asked to process the notice. They can specify the move-out date and what the property status should be set to now and what it should be after the tenancy ends. This will ensure the property is remarketed at the appropriate time. The tenancy status is automatically updated to given notice following the move-out. Renewals can be attended to in a similar way through the use of workflows. If the tenant's response was that they wish to extend the tenancy, the workflow generates appropriate correspondence. The user is then guided through the rest of the process while PropCo acts as their virtual personal assistant. Finally, the user is steered to generate the tenancy agreement. And process the renewal, filling in the renewal date, rent and the move-out date. A similar mechanism exists for dealing with tenant arrears. Go to the Main Accounts pull-down menu, select Renew Overdue Accounts and Overdue Tenant Letters. Here, all the tenants who are in arrears are listed, along with the property address, amount, arrear age and a host of other useful information. There are quick filters available on the panel on the right, which let you filter the arrears list based on their type. For example, rent or professional fees, or filter by branch. After making the relevant selections, you can begin the arrears chasing process by starting a workflow. Simply select the appropriate workflow and hit Select. You will trigger a workflow for the selected tenants. Once again, the user is guided through every step of the process and the system assists in performing the relevant actions. For example, generation of arrears letters which can be printed or emailed to the relevant recipients. The system then prompts the user in due course to check whether a payment has been received from the tenant, and if yes, it will complete the workflow. These are just a few examples of how PropCo lets you intelligently track the progress of business-critical processes. The biggest strength is in the fact that this approach can be applied to virtually any process specific to your business. Thank you.